People are mad after Mike Rose, director at No More Robots, made a thread talking about the release of Spirittea, which is apparently a big success. The thread has some interesting stats, particularly because Steam was outdone by console eShops. Now that more and more AAA titles are taking up real estate on the Steam home screen, thanks to the failure of a lot of their own game distribution services, it's become harder and harder for indie devs to get space. Meanwhile, Mike is saying Switch sales has become more and more consistent. And it's kind of easy to see why, because with the game, with the console getting older and older, it really can't keep up with a lot of the AAA titles that are being released right now. So there's a lot of people looking for new games, and indie games have a very good choice. Meanwhile, Xbox has Game Pass, which lets people try games for free in a trial period, and Mike is saying that a lot of people have decided after playing the game on Game Pass to buy it either on Xbox or on a different platform. But then, Mike caught the ire of YouTube creators by stating a huge noticeable thing that happened during this launch is that we got absolutely zero YouTube coverage at all. Go search Spirittea on YouTube and you'll see just a couple of big videos. Nearly every YouTuber who got back to us wanted money to make a video. And then in a different tweet, now look, I get it. That's just how it works. YouTubers want you to pay to cover your games. All right, sure. But I just don't want to do that. It feels weird and icky and disingenuous, and I just can't do it. So I guess our games won't get covered on YouTube anymore. It's worth noting that Mike Rose is a former games journalist. He used to get paid to cover video games. Some people like Roberto Blake were incensed by the idea that it's icky to pay YouTubers for their work. Roberto, of course, being a creator who's all about making money through social media. On the other side, you have guys like Sid Alpha, who think it's a disturbing trend to see YouTubers become paid by devs for coverage, arguing that it makes YouTube a less reliable source of information. Then you have, some practical advice about that Mike should stop being cheap, and if he gave, some review codes to smaller YouTubers, that they would probably cover their game. And then, of course, you have the bottom feeders of X show up to grieve about how insulted they are that a dev would discount the work of smaller content creators by saying the game got zero coverage and that, developers need to do better. The pay-for-play is an interesting topic, as, big-time YouTubers are professional content creators that need to make a living off a platform, with big games that can write off the marketing that the studios do in order to get views for the videos. With smaller games, you don't have that same security, so asking money to cover a smaller game makes sense. Their time and work are valuable and drive sales. On the other hand, one of the downfalls of games journalism is that no one really trusts them anymore. It's obvious that big sites give these biased reviews to these large games in order to keep access to the company and get preferential treatment. Not to mention a lot of times, a large amount of advertising is done by these big game studios. So it's obvious that there's a clear bias. As paying YouTubers for reviews and coverage becomes more and more a thing, will it hurt the trust that people have on the platform? As one person replying to Sid Alpha said, I asked myself, if content creators are paid by devs and not through their viewers, who are the real customers? Who are they truly working to benefit? I think that's one of the best parts of YouTube, is that the creators make content for the benefit of the audience, the passion for the games, that hopefully attracts enough people to them that they can do it full time. By the way, we're trying to reach 500 subs, so if you want to subscribe to the channel, if you enjoy the content, please do. Now, that personal connection with creators helps viewers trust their opinion, and hopefully they would be worthy enough of that trust to let the viewer know up front if someone actually paid them to review the game. I don't have an issue with people making money, but I obviously don't want to watch an advertisement that's disguised as a review. So hopefully creators would have enough integrity to let the viewer know that they are getting paid to cover this game. That way, at least, they would know that the reviewer may be a bit biased. So let me know what you guys think about this situation. Is it okay for these YouTubers to get paid for reviews? Or is the only way to really stay truly unbiased, give an unbiased opinion, is to not take payment at all? Let me know in the comments, and have a great day.